Hey guys, welcome to another release of a new version of GUNBOT. Now, before I get into the video, I do just want to say, if you guys are interested in purchasing GUNBOT, then make sure to purchase it through gunbot.store, as that is my website, and if you do purchase it through here, then it will support me. Now, obviously, we haven't seen a new update to GUNBOT since GUNBOT version 10, and GUNBOT version 10 was one of the biggest updates to GUNBOT that we have seen in a while, so that did set the level quite high as to future updates. However, the GUNBOT version 11 update wasn't nearly as big, but there were still important changes to GUNBOT that I'm happy to see that are being made, and I'm also very happy to see that even throughout this bear market, the developers of GUNBOT have still shown that they are very persistent in making updates, and they don't really plan anytime soon to stop making updates on GUNBOT, even though it might be less profitable in this bear market in terms of how many sales they might be making of their bot. So I like to see that GUNBOT is still making updates even at a relatively fast pace. So now let's get into talking about what is new on GUNBOT version 11. Now, one very obvious thing that is new on GUNBOT version 11 is the support of Huobi, one of the biggest exchanges. I think right now it's the #3 highest volume exchange on CoinMarketCap. So I am happy to see that they are adding more integration to new exchanges, and now we have the option of trading on Huobi. I'm very excited, however, for future updates and the possible addition of BitMEX. Obviously BitMEX is not in version 11, but hopefully we can see that in a future update. So now let's get into talking about some more changes in the actual GUNBOT itself. So first off, we do have improved indicators and charts. Now, what they mean by this is that the tuning of your indicators are much better matched to TradingView. So a lot of people have been using TradingView and different indicators on TradingView in order to tune their GUNBOT and make sure that settings on GUNBOT are just as good as they look on TradingView. So if you're using, for example, Stock RSI on TradingView, then they want to make it as close as possible to GUNBOT Stock RSI as the one on TradingView. So if people try to find settings using TradingView, then they can copy it directly onto GUNBOT without any change in profitability. So I think it's really cool that they are trying to make indicators a lot more accurate to other websites that people might be using. So it makes finding settings a lot easier to do. So I'm happy that they finally added that in. Now, one other really cool thing that they have done in GUNBOT version 11 is they have added support for mobile. So this is important because some people do use GUNBOT on a VPS, meaning that they can access their GUNBOT from wherever they are, meaning that if they are on their phone and they want to check in on their GUNBOT, I think this is a really cool thing that they have done. So here I have a window about the size of a telephone, or at least just to see how the scaling would work. And you can see that everything is pretty much functional as it would be on normal GUNBOT. So I like to see this change. I like to see that they are trying to improve their interface even after the very major update. So I like to see what's going on here, and I like to see that they're making GUNBOT more accessible, especially for people on the move, which GUNBOT is very much for, because the whole point of GUNBOT is that if you don't have time to trade, then you can just run a bot to trade for you. And a lot of people are going to be on the go if they don't have time to trade. So I think the fact that they now have the mobile interface a lot better does make it accessible to a lot more people. Now, one other thing they have added to GUNBOT, which is one of my favorite things in this update, is TradingView margin trading. So this is huge for a lot of people who do use TradingView scripts. They now do have margin trading using the TradingView add-on, which is now supported by Huobi and Bitfinex. So this means that when you are using the TradingView add-on, you are now able to use margin trading with the TradingView add-on, which is really great, which means that you can now short using the TradingView add-on. So if you are running any TradingView scripts, you can now short using it on Bitfinex and Huobi. Once again, I am excited for them to eventually add BitMEX into the mix. Currently, it's not added, but hopefully we will be able to see that with BitMEX in the future of GUNBOT. And something else they have added to GunBot is the new multiple base pair, which lets you trade the same coin with multiple base currencies. So this is something that I personally really like. Basically what they're saying is this allows you to trade multiple pairs with different base pairs. So for example, if I really like Ethereum and I want to trade Ethereum against Bitcoin, against USD Tether, and against BNB or the Binance token, then I can trade Ethereum on all three of those coins on one account. In the past, you were forced to either run multiple instances or use multiple exchanges if you did want to trade one coin on multiple base currencies. And I think it's really cool that they added this new feature where you can trade multiple base pairs on one single GunBot and on one single exchange account. They have also added the override trading limit for TradingView. So basically what this is this allows you to customize your TradingView alert to be more specific. This is similar to AutoView, where you can now put in the amount that you want to be traded on the alert syntax. So I think this is cool. Once again, they're just upgrading the TradingView add-on, which I am all for, as I do really like TradingView scripts, so I am happy to see that change. We also have the stop limit and panic sell orders are now market orders. In the past, especially when running GunBot in bear markets, sometimes whenever it hits that stop loss, it would do a limit order and then not get immediately filled. And I think it's extremely important that they now have it as market orders, which makes it so the second that that stop loss is hit, it sells all of your coin instead of placing a limit order, which can possibly have larger losses. So I'm happy to see that they added that. They also have gain protection for all strategies now, meaning every sell method can now optionally use gain protection. So I think that's cool to see. And you also have step gain X trend, which means that on step gain strategy, you can either decide if you want to use X trend or not. And you also have the numerical DCA method, meaning that double up can now be used without any indicators. And I thought this was sort of interesting. That's an interesting approach and an interesting strategy to see people use. I think now that the fact that they have DCA as a literal strategy is something that's very interesting. And obviously, I personally think that DCA is a high-risk strategy. However, I think it's cool to see that they are adding that. And the one final change that they have made in GunBot version 11 is more strategy presets, meaning that every new installation now includes several new strategy presets. And I like to see that because a lot of people, when they first start using GunBot, might be a bit overwhelmed or confused as to what to do. And in the past, a lot of the presets haven't really been that good, or there just haven't been that many in general. So I think the fact now that they have a bunch of preset strategies, especially emotionless, emotionless fast, and emotionless medium, are very good for beginners, and especially people who are just getting into GunBot. So overall, that was all of the changes seen in GunBot version 11. I like to see that they're making a lot of small changes that people who specifically want them will definitely be happy to see that they have them. And I'm also happy to see that GunBot is still actively making updates, even in a bear market when it might be less profitable in terms of sales for them. So it shows that they really have a persistent development team, and they really have made a lot of cool changes that I think a lot of people in the GunBot community will be happy about. And I'm sure they also made GunBot more stable overall in terms of version 10 in general. I'm sure there's a lot of changes that I haven't even talked about in terms of small bug fixes. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you guys have any questions about GunBot in my Telegram group, or you can directly message me. Make sure to purchase GunBot on gunbot.store if you are interested in purchasing it, and see you guys in the next video.